start, could you each introduce us to your characters in the series and what attracted you to this project? Gabriela, do you want to kick us off?
Of course. My character starts as well, it presents itself as a concierge in the Oceana Vista Hotel and the del Valparaíso as well. But then you realize that she's not only a concierge, she's a key. And I think that's a metaphor. She has the key to every door and every information of the past. So that's her power, I would say. And you don't know whether she's she's kind of shady. She's kind of deceiving. And I don't know what you read about it, but what you've seen on screen is exactly what it is. You don't know whether she's gonna be involved in this case in a bad way or if she's gonna be a good role at the end of the day. And that's what I love about her. Like, she's not what you think she is, and she's never gonna be what you think.
What was attractive for us, I think, for the show, I mean, I saw Palm Springs, the first movie, the movie Andy Sierra did, and I remember I was laughing so hard that when they told me that he wanted me for his show, I was like, I'm in. And then I read the scripts and I realized how deep and how smart this show was. You know, like it's really rare to see a comedy like this that is also so deep and smart and asking all these questions about time, you know, about what time does to the body, to the relationships, to the mind, to the soul, in a funny way. So that was very, very appealing for me. And of course, the cast, you know, like I'm a huge fan of Christine and William, and I wanted to work with Gabby. So yeah, I think all the ingredients were correct for me.
Yeah, Gabriela, like you were just saying, that your character is not what we initially think she is. How did you prepare to step into her shoes and create the space for yourself to dive into her arc?
Well, we were extremely lucky because Luis, Nick Offerman, and I had this opportunity to travel in time, to go back 15 years and to come into present 15 years after. So that was one of the first key preparations for me, like to think about how she moved, how she looked, what was her thinking, her mindset at that time. And I think it's a completely different Luna 15 years ago than 15 years in present. So we had a lot of conversations also with Andy. Like Luis said, he is an obsessive mind and a creative mind and extremely intelligent and creative. So that was really easy as well, the whole team, and also working with Ben and Claire in the first 4 episodes. It was amazing because he's an actor as well. So he understood the language. And that was a preparation, a lot of talking, but also a lot of inner, thought, like, how is she now? What was her mindset at that time? How she looked, how she moved. And I always thought about Luna 2007 as fun, as extravagant, as time to have the time of her life.
Yeah, Luis, you've done it all throughout your career. In recent years, we've seen the rise of comedic murder mysteries. What do you think is it about blending these two genres together that excites you as a creative?
I don't know, like the whodunit is always interesting, like, I mean, when I did murder mystery, it was like a completely different thing. I think, again, this is way more complex. This is an exploration about human relationships and about time and about nostalgia and about the golden age, the golden years of your life, and how there's a really good song, a Spanish song that I really like, who says something like, you should never go back to the place where you were happy, in the first place, because it's never going to be the same. So just forget about that and try to find a new place to be. And I think this show is also about that, about enjoying the present and about enjoying the place where you are, because you're never going to recover that thing you had 15 years ago. And you need to let go and you need to look ahead. So if you can talk about those topics, about how time destroys everything, about how time heals everything, about how time changes everything, especially in this moment we're living right now, and you can talk about that with comedy. I think that's very smart, and that's always very fascinating as an actor and as audience. Like as I think this feels like a very sophisticated show in that way. This show is never what you think is going to be. Like every episode is changing, like and changing completely about even the narrative, the camera movement, the story. And I think that's at least that's the kind of show I want to watch.